It is Jim Krenn No Restrictions. How are you? We're live at the P-Town Tavern on Baum Boulevard. We love the P-Town Tavern.
Wow.
This is our home bar, man.
This is it.
This is Pittsburgh, baby.
All the white guys that I catfished on Facebook are here.
Oh, we're all... They're down here on Baum.
Yep.
We're
and
hanging at the
all
P-Town.
their names are Todd.
We have Sereny and I are excited. Phil Bourque. Phil Bourque is here. He's going to join us in a few moments. My buddy Phil, we go back many, many years. Not a nicer human being. Stanley Cup champion, two-time Stanley Cup champion. And he's got stories you do not believe are true, but they are true. It's really rather amazing.
I can't wait.
Before we bring Phil up, I just want to talk about how excited I am that coming, I want to get the right date. I believe it's July 28th. Yeah, they announced it yesterday, that July 28th is the highlight of the summer for me. They kick off Shark Week on Discovery, which I look forward to every year. I love Shark Week because I watch this. I love watching the same. They always have the guy. They always have the same one where the guy, they show his head, and he's talking like for an hour or whatever. The whole document. They do the reenactment thing and how the shark did it, and he's talking. The whole thing gets all emotional, and the camera pans out. There's no arms and no legs.
It's
right?
the most wonderful time.
And he always does the same thing because I still love sharks.
Oh, of course. He's still surfing somehow.
Yes, they end it with just his body, no arms, no legs, somehow on a surfboard.
Still surfing with his teeth. He just holds on, clamping.
I would hate sharks if they bit my arms and legs off.
Do you know what Shark Week means in my house?
What?
I'm on my period.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, sorry, we can't do
It's
it
very
tonight.
dangerous. It's very dangerous.
It's Shark Week.
It's very dangerous. Shark.
And he's like, okay, I'll be in the basement. Go sit in the lake for a week.
Jaws thing comes on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just you ever see a shark?
Like
Swim with a shark?
outside of an aquarium?
Outside of an aquarium, yeah.
No.
Oh, I forgot we're Pittsburghers, right?
Yeah, no,
I've been
never.
in Geauga Lake.
No.
I have never seen one. I was in Jamaica on it. There are these things called a banana boat where you get drunk and you sit in this inflatable boat. And my friend, we were flying home, and he says, "You're not going to believe this." He said, "What?" He said, "There was this huge tiger shark, following our boat." And I was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" He said, "Because you would have went nuts and knocked us off." I said, "You're right. We'd have died. I would have been the guy with the head. I would have been the head. That would have been me, for Christ's sake." So. Yeah, it'd been ugly.
Yeah, I've never seen a shark in the wild, but I have been to McFadden's on St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
So I imagine that it's
very similar.
Just
as dangerous.
Hungry, angry, sharp, separated teeth, and no money.
They always say the shark is more afraid of us than we are of them.
Unless it's Shark Week in my house.
No, I mean, it's ridiculous. I get that shark that was in therapy or something, got over his fear of humans or something. I don't get that. And you're supposed to punch it in the nose, too. They said that's the defense, punch it in the nose. I would never think of punching in the nose.
No, I would mace it.
That would be good, too.
Yeah.
It would kill me.
I would mace the shark.
Or
call its mother.
Yeah, I don't really, I don't get the whole, I don't get the whole snorkeling and, scuba dive and swimming in the ocean thing. I don't like doing vacation things I could die.
Like zip lining.
None of that. Roughing it to me is when the hotel doesn't have a good robe.
100%, I'm with you. I've heard of this new trend. It's called glamping, where you go camping with a credit card, basically, and you bring
it's like deluxe camping.
Deluxe camping. You go in a tent. You have air conditioning. You have Netflix.
Why not just go to a fucking hotel?
100%.
That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I could do the glamping.
People that camp need to be mentally evaluated.
Phil has a story actually of one of the wildest adventures that could be on one of those shows on Discovery, man, right? Phil has one that's you ever see the show I Shouldn't Be Alive and all that stuff?
I Survived.
I saw I Survived.
I Survived. Do we have any I Survived watchers in the house?
That's a good show.
One?
Yeah. I love those shows.
The best show on television.
Yeah. I always like how the reenactment, they always look like these models and they come back and the people, they don't look anything like the people for some reason. But they survived.
It reminds me of the time that I've done ecstasy.
Yeah.
So you take ecstasy and you get to this peak and then it all falls away.
Really?
Oh Oh my God! Taking drugs and watching I Survived is the exact same experience.
You could
100%. Yeah.
You could be on intervention.
You could. I could.
It's
Also.
We could tell that story on intervention.
I was intervened. Yeah, that's the show.
I love intervention. I think get high and watch intervention. Actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone does, right?
I like to do it on Shark Week.
You know what? I watched that and I watch Hoarders too. It's always good.
Oh,
Hoarders.
I lived Hoarders.
I know. I always look behind the couch after Hoarders. There's no dead cat. I'm good, right? It's like I'm all right. It's good. So
this is cough medicine, by the way.
Yeah, I thought so. it's your water,
Yeah.
special water, right?
Yep. ZQL. Thanks, Mike.
Heavy water.
I was like, you guys carry
Do you have a cough?
Dimatab back there?
You don't have a cough, right?
No,
Okay.
never have a cough.
I think
Always
so.
drinking cough medicine, never have a cough.
All right, we're going to bring Phil Bourque up in a minute here. All right, let's get Phil up. It's Jim Krenn, No Restrictions, live from P-Town Tavern. We're recording live at P-Town Tavern on Baum Boulevard with the Pittsburgh Current newspaper and a lot of family and friends here. My buddy Jim Porco, Harry Hayden's
Mostly
out
catfish.
there. Your sister. We got everyone's here. The family and friends
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
You
my
know?
sister's here tonight.
We got pizza.
got
we got my
sisters.
buddy Phil Bourque. You are the greatest, Phil. Always got this guy is loyal. Always has my back.
Can I tell you something? When you asked me to come on this, I didn't hesitate, obviously, because I quickly did a 30-second little movie in my head. You know how long we have fucking known each other?
How long would you say?
It's over 30 fucking years.
Jesus
Do you
Christ.
know how? Hey,
Over
That is
30
amazing.
years.
Oh my God.
how old do you think I am?
I can't believe it. 12, 14.
24?
Yeah.
As long as you guys have known each other, but longer.
You were born when Phil and I met.
100%.
You were
Yeah.
just a baby.
Yeah.
Just born. Sereny
Yep.
was born when we were
I was
drinking
still
out of
in
the,
my
we were
dad's
drinking out of the
balls
Stanley
when y'all
Cup.
met.
Crazy. It's crazy. So you were you're pooping in your diapers
Yes.
when I was winning Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true. You know,
That's my biggest credit to date.
do you remember when the first cup run, and I wanted to drink out of the cup, and you just won. You said, when I get the cup, we'll drink out of it. And you were busy. It was, I don't know. Can't remember when you got it. Do you remember driving it in the Corvette to some softball field I was at?
I'll give you the quick story because it can get kind of long.
Yeah.
And it's going to be in the book, by the
Yeah.
way. That's coming out soon. I was supposed to have the cup for 2 days. And Paul Martha, who was the president of the Penguins, was supposed to have it for 3 days before me. Well, he got called out of town. He called me up and said, "Hey, Bourque, I heard that you have the cup after me. If you can get down to the Civic Arena, you can have my 3 days and then your 2 days because I have to go out of town."
Okay.
I must have broke every law in the book driving down Route 51 to get to the Civic Arena. But then, yes, I remember what I told you. And I ended up driving the cup all over God's creation in my Ford Bronco. It wasn't white like OJ's. And I found out, I think through Anthony, who still works, he's the longest tenured employee at iHeartMedia now.
Yeah.
I found out, and through Anthony, where you were going to be. It was a little softball field in
Yes.
behind Butya's
Yes.
up in Robinson.
Yes.
And you had no idea I was going to show up. And I had the cup in the front seat of my Corvette. And I pulled up to the softball field and I said, "Here you go, boys. Let's start drinking."
And we drank it. You know, I was dating a stripper, and I remember
Per usual.
telling her, "You're coming one of these days." And I was rumored, you know, and you didn't let me down. You came. You helped me, but you came. The car was you used to like dust and dirt and everything. It was like a movie,
No, you're right.
and it was like strapped to the seat. It was the coolest thing.
I had the seatbelt
on the cup.
across the cup. Yeah, safety first, man. You got to protect the cup.
You know what, though, Phil?
Yeah.
That's a friend, man. You shared. That's what you've always been about. You shared that with your friend. You shared it with me. I appreciate that, man. 'Cause that's a great. I mean, how many people get to drink out of the Stanley Cup?
That's what the cup's about, man. It just is so alluring. You know, it's got so much tradition and history.
Right.
When you think about all the major sports and their trophies. You think about, the Lombardi Trophy in
Right.
Major League Baseball. They're not something that you can put into bed with you and sleep with. It's not something that you can eat cereal and
Drink NyQuil out
beer
of.
and
Or drink on it.
and have Sundays with your kids. I mean, it's so unique. The bowl at the top and then all the names etched on the outside of the cup. It's just it's such a unique trophy.
Yeah, and you get your name on it, and you got to hand it off to the next year, to the next
hand it
champion.
off. That's right.
So that's
Yeah.
just cool. And Sereny, there was a time as they were leading up to the Cup that the Pens had never beaten Philadelphia.
15 straight years, we had never won in Philly.
Did you say 15 or 50?
1-5.
15.
15. We're 0-39-3 in 15 years.
Got
Think
it.
about it. Now, never. So my partner and I, Scott Paulson, at the time morning show we were doing, and
Never heard of him.
dressed up in as witch doctors to break the curse. And we had extra energy, which was Phil did something special also, right, to break the curse.
I did. I was dating a stripper at the... No, just kidding. No, I was dating a very attractive girl that had quite the array of lingerie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
I may have heard something
Yeah, this
about
is a great story. And so,
I may have heard
no, this was not
story.
Big Red. This is before Big Red, but thank you for that. Bringing up that terrible memory. Anyways, I said, I got to do something. I got to do something different.
Right.
We haven't friggin' won in Philly in 15 years. And just out of left field, she goes, "You guys wear garter belts, right, underneath your uniform?" I go, "Yeah, it holds up our socks." She goes, "Why don't you wear my garter belt to hold up your socks?" And I'll do this little thing where I'll wish you good luck with the garter belt, and I'll send you to Philly with it.
Yeah.
And you use my garter belt to hold up your hockey socks underneath your uniform. And I can remember being on the bench and kind of and your hockey pants are kind of short and your jersey. And I remember going like this and going, "Damn, this kind of feels kind of good."
Doesn't it feel good?
And my teammates thought I was out of my flipping mind.
Yeah.
They're like, "What are you? Are those women's? Is that a woman's garter belt?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna break the streak tonight." They're like, "Okay, man, whatever you think's gonna work."
Yeah, the first NHL player to wear a garter belt, I bet.
First and only.
It worked.
Well,
I told Sarah, I couldn't remember if it was a thong or garter belt, and she wanted to surprise you with something.
But wouldn't you do that for your guy?
Right?
Okay, well, Phil, I would actually do a little bit more.
Well, hey now.
So when I heard the story, I heard that it was a thong.
I said thong. It was my fault, yeah.
And I have a very lucrative business on the internet where I sell my panties to weirdos on the internet. I'm sure some of them are here tonight. Give me a round of applause, Jake.
Yeah, wow.
A lot of fans, yeah.
So
Many
I
people buy them
heard
on the
that
Amazon.
you had this thing where you
Not a
wore
thing.
women's.
It was a one-time.
It was a one-time.
It was a one-time to
Okay.
break
thing.
a 15-year curse.
Okay.
That's
well,
what it was, yeah.
for tonight and tonight only, I brought you something that has the highest bid on this is $500. Right?
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
This is for you.
Really?
Makes me want to cry.
Wow.
Sereny, you're
wanna
giving that
just,
up?
You got a little tear right
I
there.
do have a
Yeah.
There you go.
It's for good luck.
This is yours, Phil.
Wow.
Yeah. Whoa.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh.
That's a $500 gift right
It's
there.
a $500 thong.
No,
It's not
from,
that-
from the
I'm
bottom
sorry.
of my heart.
I honestly, when I heard
Thank
the
you.
story, I heard that it was a thong. I don't own any garter
Is-
belts.
These
and
are nice.
There's
actually.
nice.
They are nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now-
He's not nice.
So
Yeah.
$500.
I don't actually wear them. I just rub them
Oh,
on
really?
a small dog. Yeah. Like I
Okay.
don't actually
Okay.
wear. Yes. When guys ask me for them, I just send
Do
them.
they ask you to wear them? Though? Is that what they want?
They do. Yeah.
Do they get you could pay? They pay extra for that?
They
should?
pay for me to wear them.
Right.
Wow.
I would think.
Yeah.
Because they can just go to a store if it's not,
Right.
Oh, the
but
internet.
I just
Get anything.
I just rub my cat on it or a small dog, my neighbor's dog.
What's the most you ever got?
$1,000.
1,000's the most? Mm-hmm. That's impressive.
That's incredible.
I
Yeah.
know.
It's incredible.
can't
Yeah, you
believe that.
should
You
have
sell-
done this
what a
instead
country.
of hockey.
I know. You wear your underwear and you sell it.
Yeah, you can get them at PittsburghCurrent.com.
I wonder what I could get for my underwear.
Yes, you can.
I
I
don't think
wonder
I
what
could.
if
No,
I
you
kept
can't.
those garter belts.
If
That
you
garter
would have
belt,
it.
what I could have got for that.
Where is
You're
it
right.
right now? I mean, who gives a fat, wet shit
Yeah.
where
But
the
still.
Stanley Cup is? Where's this garter belt?
I have no idea.
We have no
No
idea.
idea.
That could be over 1,000.
That was 31 years ago.
It's in some pervert's drawer next to his
probably.
bed
Yeah.
in a nightstand somewhere.
Yeah.
It's hard
Probably
to
in
believe.
Cleveland.
You know,
Probably.
since we're taking a trip down memory lane, I'm watching Netflix the other day, and Jordan Peele has a documentary on John Wayne Bobbitt and Lorena Bobbitt. And Lorena, it's called. And Jordan Peele, of course, Academy Award nominated director and all. And I'm watching it, in episode 3, I'm in it. Yeah, I know, highlight of my career. I'm interviewing John Wayne Bobbitt. He had a book out called "A Cut Above the Rest," and he was in graffiti. And they just showed like a few seconds. He's just showing his tour, and there's me interviewing him or something, whatever. And everyone knows the story, but if you don't know the story, what happened was John Wayne Bobbitt, who ended up being a real
Real
see the
piece of shit.
documentary, yeah, you
Real
really see-
big piece of shit.
yeah, but anyway, he falls asleep. Lorena cuts his unit off, and she takes it.
Mm-hmm.
She took it with her.
Runaway bride.
And the funniest, the weird thing about it was, well, first off, they sewed it back on and it worked, which is a miracle.
They found it in the dirt, like in some gravel.
Well, she was going down the road.
Yes.
She chucked it out the window,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And they went and got it out of the field.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's a miracle of science. Let's take a second to just talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Like, who's the surgeon that attached that and got it to work
He's
again?
on the documentary. The surgeon. You would have thought it was Dr. Starzl.
Wow.
Like the way he was talking about, yeah, we almost lost it. If you don't get this in about an hour, we're done. Like it was Starzl waiting for the transplant to come in. And I swear to God, you got to see this thing.
He'd never done one before. It was
No.
his first and only.
My favorite was when they had like
Dick transplant.
The police chief guy was my favorite. He's a real secret. He goes, he just threw that thing out. It was over the hood like this, over her roof like this. It went into a field. I swear to God, he goes, we got the dogs out and everything. Got the dogs out.
They did it in the gay part of Texas,
They
and you
got the
didn't recognize
dogs
that
out.
accent.
It's amazing.
Wow.
They found it though. The dogs didn't find it, but they found it. And like you said, how do you find that if it's amazing?
It's incredible. It's an incredible story.
It is.
How do you find that in the field?
But not only find it, then you got to put it in a little jar or
Ice.
baggie.
You gotta get it on
yeah.
ice.
Come on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
In a little baggie, right? Probably.
I would imagine
Little
like
saran
a
wrap.
cooler that you take this
Cooler.
like a lunchbox
Little
or
iglue.
something.
Iglue
Yeah.
cooler. You put it in the igloo cooler, boom. You bring it there, and then he sewed it back. And it worked, though. It worked. And he did a porn movie.
Wow.
He
show it.
does porn.
incredible.
He does porn.
Yes. He did
does
like 2
porn.
movies.
He did 2 porns.
And
And
it was,
one
it
was
was called Uncut, right?
Uncut.
It was interesting. Right? I know. I had to get it. I had to watch that movie. Did you see that movie?
I did not
I had
see
to
that
do it
movie.
just to
No,
see it.
No, I have not.
See, it worked. And then he did a second
Phil's
movie. Remember
lying.
the second
He's seen
movie?
it.
The first one was Uncut, and the second one was Frankenpenis.
Wow.
Frank.
Yeah, that was the second one.
Wow.
Yeah. I know.
It's incredible.
It's
It's a
incredible.
miracle of science.
That's
it
what-
was
that was
not
what-
called Frank and Peter.
Yeah, it was. And that's why the documentary was so strange that, here it is like 25 years later, whatever, everyone still kind of knows about it. Right? It's weird.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, it's
Lorena,
become pop culture.
Lorena's got some balls.
Right? Yeah, in her
Now,
hand.
what
The
did she use
biggest balls.
did she use scissors? Did she use a knife?
Knife.
A knife.
She used
Knife,
the knife,
right?
Yeah,
I
she used the
mean-
knife.
Whew.
Whew.
Man.
Yeah, like a steak knife
Yeah.
that you cut your dinner with.
Yeah.
I don't believe he said, John Wayne Bobbitt said he didn't feel it initially. He said he's sleeping.
Yeah.
No, he was in shock.
I don't believe, if I cut in a zipper, I feel it. How did he not feel it? Really? Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. He was drunk, right? He was really drunk.
He was drunk?
Man, you have to be hammered to not feel that. Jeez. That's what
Yeah.
yes. And
Like
they
I
found
said.
out from others that he was really, really douchebag because he's trying to defend himself. But then they found out later he was, he was crazy and stuff. But yeah, so he was an
a
idiot.
human mud flap.
But
for the record.
the past that, the fact that it worked was kind of the miracle.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's worth seeing. It's like a 6-part documentary. if you wanna
They
see
didn't
it.
just fix his dick; they made it pornographic.
You know, the guy was such an idiot, and I don't want to give away the end of the documentary or anything, but he was such an idiot. He was such an idiot that his dick ended up not working because he got it enlarged. He thought he can get it enlarged.
Doesn't work.
No.
No.
He saw like a doctor who said he can enlarge it on like really on some magazine or something in the back of a magazine.
Wow.
And this guy looked crazy. They had him. He was on Howard Stern show, and they brought him on and they were talking about before the surgery. And this guy looked like you wouldn't let him touch you, let alone surgery. And he ended up messing him up, he said. So after all that, he tried to get the enlargement.
He just cut it open and filled it with like
I don't know.
replicas of like old Chucky dolls that he got on eBay.
It was, yeah. It did. I mean, from the movie, it
Yeah,
seemed big enough.
science.
I mean, how big do you want? The guy was greedy.
Somebody should do a Where Are They Now show.
They really should.
Right.
Maury Povich.
They really should.
Because where is he now? How does he make a living? How does he pay his bills?
Oh,
You
it's
know
not
what?
good.
He's
It's not
probably
good.
running for office.
It's not
'Cause
good.
There's a lot
That
of
would
them.
not
It's
surprise me at all.
probably him.
Probably doing motivational speeches with Tony Robbins. or
Wow.
something.
Wow. My man.
You're never too low.
Thanks, pal.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Remember when you bet me that you had a better Uber score?
And I did, by the way, have the better Uber score. And I'm so excited about that. You know, Phil, the Uber drivers rate us.
Of course, we rate them also.
And we rate them.
Yep.
But I have a 498. And I don't want to look down at Sereny, but she's a 497. She's not
Loud
as
and
liked.
proud.
So we had a bet last week on the air, and she lost the bet, and she has to wear this T-shirt, which she's trying to tug on my heartstrings because he brought the Pens jersey. So I can't
yeah.
wear it, Jim. I got to wear the Pens jersey.
Of course.
Because she knew she'd get me. But Jake, can you toss that jersey, the shirt
He
right there?
wants me to wear a Leonard Skinner shirt because I have
So it would
a
annoy the hell out of-
quarter of a point less than him on Uber. But Phil, I'm going to leave this
yours,
one
my
up
friend.
to you.
At least hold that.
Should I wear the Leonard Skinner shirt or the classic vintage Pens jersey?
Damn, I'd like to see you in the Skinner T-shirt. to be
Are
honest
you
with
kidding
See?
me?
Well,
Yeah.
our guest has spoken,
Yeah.
so.
Well, what do you guys think?
Skinner! Free bird! Right? All right, we'll be right back. It's Jim Krenn, No Restriction, right here from P-Town Tavern. We'll be back with Sereny wearing her Skinner shirt in a second. A couple weird stories. I did want to talk about this story. Did you see? Everyone's like, I can't believe everyone's outraged that the Bachelorette. I guess they're on the last couple episodes, whatever that show, and Hannah Brown in the news.
You watch, right, Phil?
I do watch, yeah.
Bachelorette,
You
every
watch
episode.
Bachelorette.
I don't watch, but I happened to surf the other day, channel surfing, and I happened
Saw
to
the
catch
story.
a little bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting. The girl, if you don't know Hannah Brown, the Bachelorette, she came out like it's a shock that she had sex during the show. She yeah, like we all know they're banging the show. She had sex with one of the bachelors in a windmill. In a windmill. I want to putt with this girl, but it was in a real windmill though. That's how big time that show is, in a real windmill. Now, that's on my bucket list, to have sex in a windmill.
Of course it is. You're 59. Why?
Yes, and I got a couple years, 2 years left to do it. And a bottle of Viagra. I'm going to find a
Windmill's
windmill.
the
And I'll go to fucking
coolest thing.
Denmark. Wherever I got to go. I think that's where I have to go. But anyway, so where was I was thinking, it made me think, though, and everyone out there has a place. The strangest place, think about it now. I'll give you a minute. It's a pondering show. The strangest place you ever had sex.
Oh,
Because we all
please.
had we all have a windmill in our past.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't a windmill.
Don't make me go first.
I'll go first. I'll lead it off. The strangest place for me, I did it on a stage, on a comedy club stage in North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina. And it wasn't during the show. Don't worry. It was my closer. No, but
That was Amsterdam.
That's what
it
you
was
have to
after
do
hours.
whenever
It
you
was after
open
hours.
up for Jim. You have to fuck him on a stage.
yes, It's part of the show. It's the
Louisiana.
funniest 10 minutes too. Me fucking. But
Don't
He
flatter
gives-
yourself.
He gives you
Yeah.
$10 and a
you
pack
will
of
laugh.
Pall Malls.
You will laugh. But yeah, so that was. But that's strange. I thought, right, of a comedy club stage. I mean, that's a weird one. That's up there with a windmill, I think. You know, but it was after hours, obviously. on
Yeah,
the
but like
stage.
now it's been done. Like somebody did it on TV now, and everybody's going to be doing it. It's going to be
The
trending on
windmill's not-
Twitter.
The windmill.
Hashtag windmill
Who
fucking.
needs it? Who needs it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking with a shark
Can
on
you
Shark
ta-
Week
yeah.
while sharks around you. That would be crazy. All right. So where was yours?
You
We're-
want me to go next?
Go
I kind
ahead.
of want to hear. I want to hear Phil.
Want Phil first?
Yeah, he's
All right,
got to have
Phil.
a better one than me.
Phil?
No, because you want to hear mine, then you're going to one up me. I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So I grew up in a very religious household. My mother forced me to go to youth group every night of the week.
Okay.
And one night we went on like a field trip. And I was, I think, 17, maybe 16. And we went to the Science Center, which is a total oxymoron. Like youth group going to the Science Center, like weird to begin with. But there was an exhibit there. Okay, it was the Busy Town. Do you guys remember the show Busy Town? Maybe Jake, in case you do, because you guys are 18.
It was.
There was a show on like the Children's Network called Busy Town. It was about bears.
Okay.
They had a Busy Town exhibit. So there's like bears and honeycombs and fucking pine cones, and it was really.
You had sex in the Science Center?
I had sex in the Busy Town exhibit in the
In the Science Center?
In the Science Center.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
And I remember like that one cone
Sure.
of a window where you could look out and see all three of the rivers.
Do you
And I
ever-
was so young that I didn't know which river I was looking at.
Wow. Do you-
But I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And I was in the Science
when
Center.
you go to the Science Center, do you do a trip down memory lane?
I have never been back since.
Really?
No.
I was a tour guide. I was a tour guide in the Science Center, believe it or not. Yeah. I got hired originally to guard the miniature railroad and village because they needed an idiot to walk around the trains. And then all these guys who went to CMU and are smart, and I'm like, they hired me to walk on the trains. And what happened was they ended up keeping me on for some reason. So I would give tours to like Cub Scouts and stuff, and I knew nothing at all about astronomy, nothing.
And you BS'd your way through it.
Yes, they had a thing that if anyone went there, they had that projector and that looks like the stars. And I had a flashlight, and the narrator would say it, and I'd make up a star like this is the North Star. I just pick one. Milky Way. I just made shit up the whole time for like 2 years. I made up the whole tour. My tour was amazing.
Wow.
Nothing was accurate. Probably fucked up these poor little kids.
100%.
They're
I
probably in
think I was
therapy
in
now.
one of those tours.
Yeah, they're probably in therapy.
And
now.
then I left to go fucking Busy Town.
Yes, I drove people.
With a guy who is gay now.
Oh, this story's
turned
becoming.
him- you turned
this
him
story-
gay.
Yeah, you didn't
wow.
let me finish.
Story's
He's gay
really,
now.
Wow.
Hey, Sean.
Very
Hi.
nice. Okay. Wow. You can't beat that one. That's pretty good.
Yeah, beat that, Phil.
Pretty good.
So where was your craziest, wildest, weirdest, strangest?
Just off the top of my head,
You had sex
was-
on the top of your head.
it was a Mile High Club, but it wasn't in the bathroom.
Oh. That's a hell of a flight.
No, it was
United, right?
Man.
It was-
that's-
100%.
How'd you do that?
It was a red eye,
Okay.
and I was in the row right behind first class, so the bulkhead was right there, and there was a curtain that was
Head in the
pulled.
bulkhead.
I'm going to just.
Sounds like a
Hold on.
porn movie. The
Hold on.
bulkhead. Good.
And it was red eye, and probably about 2 a.m, and I was coming back from L.A. with my girlfriend at the time, and we were getting pretty hot and heavy, and I was like, "Hey, let's go." And she goes, "No, right here, right now." I'm like, "Okay." So I took a blanket and I put it over my back, and she put her feet up on the bulkhead, and I got in between her, and I looked,
In the bulkhead.
and I was looking at everybody sleeping in the plane except for one dude
He saw you.
who was about 5 rows back, and he had his head against the pillow. He had a window seat, and he had his head against the pillow, and his eyes were shut, and then he went like this with one eye. He went,
What's up, Phil?
like, I know that you know that you know that I know exactly what you're doing. And at that moment,
That's impressive.
that curtain came flying open, and the stewardess came walking by.
You're kidding.
And we had that most memorable eye contact I will ever have in my whole life. That she looked at me and I looked at her, and again, she kind of went by me and looked, and she knew what was going on.
Yeah.
And she had that moment of, should I stop or should I not stop?
Should
She
I
didn't say,
stay
"Do you
or
want nuts?"
should I go?
No.
Okay, I was scared.
And she kept on going, but
And you
looked.
kept on
She
going.
knew exactly what was going on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's okay of her, right? It's kind of cool. She
It's
let it
kinda
go
cool.
by.
Yeah, let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, let it
this
go.
is his. This is
This
his
is a
moment.
moment.
This is a moment.
Yeah, right.
This is a bucket list moment.
It's a bucket list moment. Yeah.
That's
I love it.
a
Yeah.
good one.
Well, who's got the cooler story? He got
I
the
don't
Mile
know.
High Club. I got Busy Town.
Mine just on a stage. I think you guys win. You guys are kind of tied,
All right.
huh? Don't you think?
Okay.
I think you guys
Take the
kind of
win.
tied in this thing.
Can I change my shirt since I won?
No, you got to
Oh, that looks good.
We-
Skinner!
We're talking a couple weeks ago, Phil, about these weird things that all these things that women have to go through, like vajazzling and all stuff. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because I was reading this article on, of all people, Gwyneth Paltrow. She has this app called Goop.
Goop.
Website Goop, and she's like kind of trying to be like the female Deepak Chopra kind of thing. She wants to, like has these like, you can go away and hang with her for $5,700 for like 3 days or something, and whatever. She'll say spiritual things to you and stuff.
Goop
Well,
retreat.
Goop retreat. One of the things that they do, and I was amazed at this, was the women. It's true. They steam their vagina, and and they have these things. You can get this done. Women steam their vagina. It's like a tea thing.
Whoa.
It's like a tea. They stand over a
It's
tea
not
thing.
like a tea thing.
I pictured a teapot,
It's not like
and
a
they
teapot.
stand over a teapot.
No.
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 I was picturing that.
That's the female teabagging then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I would. Yeah. I was thinking.
Yeah.
My English breakfast.
There are no
But
teapots involved. I can assure you because I've had it done.
seriously, shit. Where did you have it down here in Pittsburgh?
Yeah. I
They
did.
have a vagina steam here. Where
So-
the Dormont got the best V steam.
The,
I mean, where
the V sting. The V
you gotta get
steam.
Dormont up by Tom's Diner. We'll steam your vagina. It's unbelievable.
It was in Shady
No
Side.
wrinkles.
It was in Shady Side,
Okay.
and it's the same place I get my Botox done. They do it all
You
there.
get Botox. You're 14. What are you getting Botox for Christ's sake?
I'm
So-
14,
My
and they're
God.
letting me drink NyQuil.
Yes. So you got it done.
Yeah, I did.
What is it?
So
Why?
they put. So have you ever like steamed a suit? Got your suit like back
Yeah.
from the dry cleaner.
Absolutely.
You're like,
Yes,
oh, there's
we
like
have.
a wrinkle
I
in
actually
it.
have a steamer in my house.
Yeah,
for just
right.
that.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's like an iron, but you
So
just
you-
hold it up.
So you take your suit steamer and on your vagina? That's what they did?
If you can't afford a vaginal steam, yes, but
That's
if
a back
I'm trying
alley
to
steamer.
describe it to you. They take this hose and they put vitamin E and B and A, B, C and MICK. Oh, they put all the vitamins in it and then they push it up inside.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It-
Inside.
well,
That's the steamer. The
Wow.
steamer.
it goes on the outside, but
Does
like
it
this-
hurt? Is it
no,
hot?
No, it feels
It's not
really-
hot steam?
It's very hot. But they keep it far enough away
Ooh.
so that it doesn't burn you. It
Huh.
feels really good. It's really warm. It's really refreshing. And I recommend it to all women and men. I feel like it would be good on balls.
I
too.
think-
What's the purpose of it?
Yeah, what is
It's just like
Get
cleansing.
rid of wrinkles?
Cleansing.
Yeah, it's just like a cleansing thing. Makes it feel good. It's
We
like
should
a
open a little.
freshening
We
thing.
could open up a little shop in the malls next to the
V
nail shop.
steam.
I'm in.
A V steam.
Yeah, V
Yeah.
People walk by. That's a V steam.
Yeah, a V steam.
You know, get a quick one. 20 minutes.
Yeah, you have to admit, I can understand why somebody would come up with that because, I mean, whether
Right.
it's
Because who doesn't have
No,
a
whether
Way to
steamer
make
at
money.
their house?
whether it's the waxing or all
Right.
the other contraptions they've come up with,
Vajazzling.
because that is the most valuable piece of real estate in the world. You have to admit
100%.
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. It's
that
caused
three-
wars, stopped wars.
It freaking brings down countries.
It brings down
that
countries,
shit.
most powerful people in the world.
Let me
drop
ask-
to
That
their
is the
knees.
most powerful piece of real
Let
estate.
me
Yes.
ask you this,
the
Phil.
world. It's
What's
true.
the most expensive suit that you own?
Brioni.
I have a $1,000 Hugo Boss suit.
Okay. Do you steam it before you go out?
Fucking right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So why wouldn't I steam my V?
That's what I
Oh.
That's what I say. Because it's self.
Thanks,
very
hippie.
nice. No, that's nice though. You know,
Self-cleaning. That's
I
right.
like that you steam it.
It's self.
But you don't
it's
steam it at home.
self-steaming.
Do they have a self steamer at home? They have one for the home. Like,
You can use a teapot if you.
I've never seen one in Air Mall magazine. They should have that.
So you could take like
Sky Mall.
You could take a couple probiotics and put it in your tea kettle, and then like.
That's
let it
what I
work.
thought. I thought the
If
tea
you
is the way to
re-
go.
If you can't afford to go to Shady
No, but you
Side.
think of what men will do for that.
Yeah.
You
I
think
drink the
about
tea.
what men would do for that.
Yes.
You would drink the tea.
Yes.
I would drink.
We can
I would-
sell the tea.
I would gargle with the tea.
VT.
Oh my.
VT.
goodness. VT. The VT.
With chamomile.
Y'all are talking to a girl that sells her
relax me.
panties on the internet right now. Okay. This
Exactly.
is a-
So
Yeah.
tea is not
This is
far
a
away.
hot
For the
market.
panties. So what could we get for the vaginal tea?
$4, $5.
Huh?
Like we'll crush Starbucks with VT. Starbucks will take it from us. Man, oh, Grande VT, please.
dummies.
They'll take it from us.
$4.
Absolutely.
Come on. Chai tea tastes like
That's what
dishwater.
I'll
VT
ch-
can't be that bad. Do you ever have chai?
Arnold
Okay.
Palmer is mixing lemonade together with
Yes,
iced tea.
exactly.
And it's a multi-million-dollar business. So what if we came up with vaginal tea?
I'm all in. I think this is the way this show's turning into Shark Tank.
heard it
by the
here
way.
first.
This show's turning into Shark Tank.
People
now.
will be bellying up to the bar. Give me a vaginal tea and vodka,
Yes.
please. Right?
Mark Cuban, if
Yeah.
you're watching,
Hey, Mark's the bartender. Mark,
It's
I'll
time.
take a VT, double VT, 2 limes.
exactly. All right,
Hold the pubes.
we're gonna play a little game since Phil's here. We're gonna play a little would you rather, right, Steer?
Oh my
We
God.
love Would You Rather on the show, especially a live show. Here's someone from P-Town Tavern. Let's mention P-Town Tavern. Have a nice hand for the bartender there. We love P-Town, man.
Oh.
Thank you for having us, P-Town Tavern. We love it. We love this place. Right on bomb. So we're going to play a little Would You Rather. And before I do, Phil, as I'm getting the questions, could you tell the story about how the Stanley Cup was broken in Mario Lemieux's pool? I
Oh,
know it's
that
a
one,
famous
yeah,
story. Just like, always love to hear it.
Yeah. That was in '91. Mario was living in Mount Lebanon. He had a beautiful house, a beautiful pool in the backyard. He had this tiered waterfall that had neon lights in it. And one of my teammates had put the cup up at the very top of the waterfall for pictures, and it was the lamest party you can ever imagine. I was sitting in the hot tub having an adult beverage just like this, looking at the cup in the tiered waterfall, and I said, something's got to change here. We got to get this party rocking and rolling. So I hiked up in my boxer shorts. I hiked up the waterfall and got on top of it, kind of like King Kong up the Empire State Building.
Okay.
And I got to the top of the waterfall, and I just wanted a picture with it. You
Right,
know,
yeah.
the cup over
Kinda
my head.
cool, yeah.
And my teammates started jumping in the pool. Mario was one of the guys. And they were all yelling, throw it in the pool, throw it in the pool. I said, all right. So not thinking very clearly at the time, number one, that the cup is hollow.
Yeah.
And I threw it in the deep end, so it sank like a Volkswagen. And number two, silver and chlorine is not a great mix.
Right. Doesn't
And
work.
It ended up turning the cup a muddy brown.
This is crazy. How did you get the cup out of the bottom of the pool? Because it'd be heavy, right?
It
With
took
the water.
about five players diving to the bottom and all pushing it up at the same. It took a while.
And you,
Yeah.
so you were the
but
guy.
then
that
everybody was jumping in the pool, clothes
Right.
were coming off, and it was a blast.
didn't you inscribe your name in the cup somehow?
I did that also.
Which is kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
In that 5-day
Yeah.
craziness, I had the cup. I was about to give the cup back the next day, and I noticed something was loose on the inside, so I popped the bottom of the cup, the little protector they have. I popped it off. I put a pen light in my mouth, and I crawled on the inside of the cup, and it tightened down a nut that had come loose on the inside.
That's exactly how you do vaginal steaming.
There you go. Just the same thing. Just crawl right up inside. All right. And while I was inside, I noticed 3 French guys had engraved their name on the inside. So the light bulb went off. I said, hell, if they can do it, I can do it. So I grabbed a screwdriver and I engraved my name on the inside. So I was the only guy the first guy to have my name on the outside and inside.
That's pretty cool, actually.
It's
I
pretty
love
cool.
that story.
Yeah.
It's
I
still
love
there,
it.
till this day in there.
No, they actually, because
They
the cup.
change it?
Yeah, well, because they don't make the cup any taller.
Okay.
They just shift the large bands. They move them up and they put a new one on the bottom. So when they do that, it eventually got removed.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
removed.
a few years ago, just a couple
Okay.
years ago.
But
yeah.
it was there for all this year.
It was there for a long time.
All right.
Prove it.
So, and one of the weirdest stories that people don't know that with Phil is I couldn't believe this story. when you were hiking and almost died.
That's rock climbing. Yeah.
Rock climbing
Yeah.
is an adventure.
Yeah, we've
You
all
you
been
ever
there.
rock climbed?
Yeah, we've all been there.
I actually have a rock climb once, but you were in Arizona, I believe?
Right on the Utah-Arizona border. Yeah.
And describe quickly what happened. How
Yeah.
did this?
There was a place called Lake Powell. It was right before training camp. I was about to go to the Ottawa Senators training camp. I was in unbelievable shape. I was really into working out, the whole thing.
Right.
I was about to just have one last party weekend, just tie one on before the season started. And I said to all the people on the houseboat, I said, listen, I'm going to go get one more workout in. I'm going to go run sandhills. They go, are you fucking out of your mind? Like, just have a beer and relax.
Right.
I'm like, no, I want to have a guilt-free weekend. I want to get one more workout in. So I started running sandhills, which led to climbing. And anyways, on my way down, I lost my footing and ended up falling 4 stories straight down. 40 feet. I did a face plant, broke every bone you can break in your face, my forehead, my cheekbones, my nose. I broke my skull, fractured my skull 3 inches, and broke 5 bones in my neck. When I came to, I couldn't see because of the face plant had made my eyes so swollen shut, I couldn't peel my eyes open. So I just had to sit there. I could feel all the blood rushing down my face, blinded. I could feel the sun, and I just had to sit and wait for them to come and find me. And it took 8 park rangers 4 hours to get me down in this rough kind of Grand Canyon terrain.
Wow.
Where the helicopter from Flagstaff, Arizona could lower a basket, hook me up, and life flight me to Flagstaff.
Were you cognizant? Did you think this is it? I'm going to die? I mean, at some point, were you out of it?
No, I was in and out. I was in shock. So I was in and out of it for a while because at one point while I was climbing, I had waved down to the houseboat. They're like, come on back. Like, come on. Like, let's go have some beers. So they kind of knew where I was. And so between the time of me waving and them finding me was over an hour. But I don't remember any of that.
Wow.
So they didn't know you fell at first?
No,
for a while.
they were just like, they knew I hadn't come back in a while after they had seen me. And they sent one person to come and find me, and somehow he did. He was just yelling. And
Are you
somehow
still-
I heard him.
Are you still in contact with that person?
No.
Do you like call him every year on,
No, I
on
should, though.
Christmas?
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
He
pretty
should be
amazing.
in my
Hey
will.
man, thanks
Yeah.
for saving
Yeah.
my life.
He did save my life.
That's
Yeah.
an amazing.
Yeah.
I know, it's an amazing story. What a
But
comeback.
just the
from that.
last part of that story
Yeah.
is the park ranger came back to the houseboat where we were the next day, and he said, hey, how's your buddy? He's gonna survive. He's got a bunch of, he's all banged up.
Right.
He said, I'll tell you how lucky he is. Those mountains or that hilly terrain he was in,
Right.
they can't believe I wasn't bitten by a rattlesnake. He said, those hills are full of rattlesnakes. And the guy in the houseboat goes, holy shit. He goes, we were just on the beach about an hour ago, and we killed 3 rattlesnakes on
Holy
the beach.
shit.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, Phil.
Yeah, crazy, man.
Forget
Yeah.
Shark Week. That's Phil Bourque Week, for Christ's sake. It's rough
Give
stuff.
it up
That's
for
amazing.
Phil being here
That is.
today.
It's an amazing story.
Somebody was definitely,
Really, it was
somebody
not
up
your time.
above was looking, it wasn't my time. Somebody was looking out for me, for sure.
To get out of there and still be able to play hockey,
and
too. After.
not to,
Pretty
like,
amazing.
with the way I broke my neck, the doctor
Right.
said, I should be fitting you for a wheelchair. Like,
Wow.
you should be
it's even
paralyzed.
wilder, right? Yeah.
way you broke your neck,
Still got
yeah.
another lease on life.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
I was
Did it
pretty
change
lucky.
your life a lot as far as perspective on things?
Yeah, yeah, because I was pretty crazy at the time, doing a lot of crazy adventurous things.
Right.
Like you talked about Shark Week.
Yeah.
Like I'm certified for scuba dive. I'd want to dive with the sharks.
Oh, you did?
Like now I just put my ass on the beach and order a coffee. Like,
Get a nice
but I was
sunburn.
all into that.
Yeah,
Driving
adrenaline.
motorcycles fast and driving Corvettes fast and just living La Vida Loca. And that did change my
So
life.
you
Cross
swam
path.
with sharks, man. So you've been
Oh, yeah,
down
I've
there with
done that,
sharks. Yeah?
yeah.
Did they any danger there at all?
I don't know.
Sharks
I
just would lock.
was a
Yeah,
little
it's
bit
Phil.
reckless in my younger days, so I was
Jesus
kind of like,
Christ.
well, I almost wanted that thrill. I was a thrill seeker,
Yeah.
That I wanted that thrill, that adrenaline rush of being up close and personal. But I did hear about a tiger shark, which I hear are super aggressive, was in the area, and they're like, hey, let's get out of the water because those are ones you don't want to mess with.
Don't play around.
Don't play around with
Yes. All right, it's time for let's do some would you rather here.
Would you rather?
Now we got to take it serious here. This is would you rather. So you got to make one decision or another. Everyone, you can play also with us here. Think about what you do. All right, so Sereny has a couple also for us here. I'll just kick one.
You want me
Let's
to
warm-
go? You want me to go first?
You want to go first? You want to go
Okay.
first?
Well,
We'll
let me
warm up.
ask you this first.
Go ahead.
Phil, do you have any kids?
I have 2 kids.
Do you have a son?
I do have a son.
You have a son. All right. So
All
I'm
right,
not
here we
going to
go.
ask you this one. I will ask
Thank you.
you.
Well, we're on it. Go ahead.
All right. Would you rather every time you hear a song, anywhere you are, movie theater, dinner, shooting a podcast at P-Town on a Wednesday night, anywhere you're in your car, you're stuck in traffic, any song you hear for the rest of your life is Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner,
All right.
or every time you see a screen, you want to watch the Stanley Cup playoffs, you want to go see the new Marvel movie, you want to watch something with your kids, it's Sister Act 2.
So, Sister Act 2 is the only thing you'll
So,
see.
yeah, that's it.
So if you want to go
nothing
to the
else.
movie, you'll have to see Sister Act 2. If
Yep.
you want to watch the Cup, you
They're
have to see
playing
Sister.
bad-
No matter what, the rest of your life, you're only going to see Sister Act 2.
Nothing else, yeah. And all the music in Sister Act 2.
But the other one is Sweet Home Alabama is
Sweet
the only
Home
song.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're at you're at Jim Krenn's funeral and they're playing bagpipes, but all you can hear is.
Well, actually, they will play Sweet Home Alabama. at my funeral.
And you're trying
It's
to
in my will.
grieve. You're trying to grieve your friend's death, but all you can hear is that sweet, sweet home Alabama.
They are going to play it on bagpipes in my funeral. But yeah, I think I would personally, I'm going to go with Sweet Home Alabama
I wasn't
because I
asking-
want to be able to watch movies. What do you think?
Yeah, I love movies too, and if it's only Sister Act, then that's it.
That's it.
Sister Act 2.
Sister Act 2,
Ooh,
which
man.
is way worse.
Yeah, way worse.
Than Sister
Yeah.
Act.
As much as I'd want to punch myself in the face after listening to Sweet Home Alabama for the 5,000th time,
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna go Skinner.
Yeah.
How about you?
Me.
Yeah.
I have to answer my own would you
Yes.
rather?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Anything but
Well, it's
Skinner.
gonna be-
Anything but Skinner. Sister Act 2.
So you're going to watch Sister Act 2
100%.
for every movie the
Yep.
rest of your life?
Sister Act 2 forever.
Every TV show, everything, Sister
Everything.
Act 2.
And you guys know
But you
I'm
could listen to other music. I don't know. Really?
Yeah, Sister Act 2.
You'd never be able to watch Vanderpump Rules again.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Think about it. You got to take it serious. What do you think?
Sister Act 2.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm glad I made you wear that.
Yep.
thing.
Sister
Even
Act
better.
2.
All right. Here's mine. All right. Here's what we're all in on this. Okay. Everyone has to answer this. All right. Would you rather every time you orgasm, the rest of your life, people, the rest of your life, every time you orgasm, you yell, "I love you, mommy. I love you, daddy," or every time you orgasm, you get up and you have to email blast everyone you know that you had sex? That is your choice.
Wait. Go back.
You
go back.
either or when you orgasm, you say "I love you, mommy," "I love you, daddy" to wherever you are, to whoever you're with, or every time you have sex, you get up after you have sex, you email blast everybody you know that you had sex. You have to say "I just had sex" to everyone.
Oh, okay.
And anyone you know on your email list. Could be anyone. I do that now. Yes, actually, absolutely. You guys know that.
Of course, Jim already does that.
Yes.
He's a fame whore.
Once a year. I do. No, but no. Yeah. So, but think about this now. You said every time you had an orgasm with somebody, "I love you, mommy. I love you, daddy." They would think you're crazy. You'd be Buffalo Bill, wherever from Silence of the Lambs, right? You'd be done. They would kick you out, right? Really?
Yeah. What if
somebody
you
said,
were?
"I love
What
you,
if you're
mommy,
with
I
your
love you,
mommy or
daddy?"
your daddy?
If they said "I love you, mommy. I love you, daddy," and they would be like, "You are out of your mind."
What if you're from Sweet Home
sorry.
Alabama and you're with your mommy or your
Or
daddy?
you email everybody, which would
Yeah.
mean including your mom,
Well,
Right.
technically, you're right.
including your boss,
Technically, yeah.
including
You
your kids.
That's true because you're emailing
Right.
every. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, you're right. You email everybody.
yeah. So I'm gonna go mommy, daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus,
I'm
Phil,
going
you just
mommy,
won me
daddy.
over. I realized that.
Yeah,
God, yeah. I love you, mommy. I love you, daddy. How about you?
yeah.
I don't have many orgasms, and I'm
Oh, so you're good.
Yeah, and they're mostly alone.
Okay.
I think maybe my cats would probably get pretty fed up with it. They'd be pretty over it after a while.
No, but there's a lot of dudes. If you just kind of whispered the mommy part,
Right.
but you scream the daddy part,
This is true. That would be. You're right.
there's a lot of
So you
dudes
just
that
have to say
actually like that.
And then the other one was like email all the people on my email list that I
Yes.
just
Everybody you know.
Everybody you
Say
know.
everybody you know.
Everybody.
grandma too.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah. Grandma too. Everyone.
That one.
Yeah.
Yep.
You going to email everyone?
100%. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going mommy, daddy all
Yes.
the way. Your mommy, daddy, right? After the
I
orgasm.
think so, yeah.
I think so. I'll gamble on that.
Yeah.
All right.
I got another one, Jimmy.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You sure you don't want to go?
Nope. Go ahead. You're up. I got a good one there for us. Go ahead.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I just gotta. Okay. Would you rather?
Okay.
And this is for you hypothetically,
All
and
right.
you
Well, go ahead.
literally have a big, healthy penis,
Okay.
and your son has a micro penis, or you have the micro penis, and your son has a micro penis.
Wait.
So you get to
I would
go
take
along
I would
life.
take the micro penis instead.
Yeah, your
My son would have the normal one.
and your son would have a no, not just a normal one, like a hog, like a hammer.
So I'd be given
Yeah.
up to my son for the rest of his life. I'd have to take the micro.
Yeah, and you're stuck with the little teacup.
I'd have to say, I'm sorry, son.
Sorry, son. We all make sacrifices
I love
in
you,
life.
and that's why I named you Thimble. And I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this to you.
Yep, but you also
That
don't have
was
to
the would
tell.
you
You
rather.
don't have to tell him. You
Oh,
can just be like,
that's
I
even
don't
better.
know. We'll get you. We'll talk to Bobbitt's guy.
Exactly. We'll get a surgeon.
We know a guy.
It's not that bad. I'll tell her something, make up something.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one because that's your kid. You know, you want your kid.
You
that little
want your
micro
son
one
to have good
forever.
sex and have confidence
Exactly.
and
then-
have a hammer.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry, son. But
You're going with you're taking the hog, and your
Gotcha.
son gets the micro penis.
Yeah, maybe you're
You're
right.
a scumbag.
Of Catholic guilt.
That's
probably
why
for
you
that.
don't have kids.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's true. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
All right, Phil. What about you?
No, I think if I was 20-something, maybe I have a different answer because of all the memories that I have.
Right.
That I would definitely give him the hog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
kinda live-
But what
let
about
him-
today? Today, what are you doing?
So I'm saying today.
Today.
Oh,
would.
today. Okay.
But
As
then
of
you
right, you're saying as of right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. As of now, because of
You know, you
I've
experience.
had a lot of fulfillment.
You swung it
Yeah.
around for a
Right.
few years,
that I'd let him have his fun.
and you're taking the micro penis.
At this point of my life, yes.
Do you
I would take
understand that a micro penis doesn't even get hard?
But I would take that for my son. I
You
would
would do
be
that.
unselfish that way to let my son, who's got, so
See-
much more years ahead of him.
Imagine, like, the kid, like, anytime he talked back, do you know what I did for you?
That's right.
you just
I
have
got
to
a micro
imagine
penis and you talk back to me?
his wedding night, and like he's giving the speech, like, "Thank
Yeah.
you, Dad, for
Yeah,
everything
that's
you
right.
did to me.
Right.
You sacrificed your
I'll-
micro penis
But I'd be there, my head down.
so that I
Sorry,
could swing my dick around.
Yep.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cheers.
And my son would
That's
be
what you
there.
do. That's what you do for your kids, though.
That's what you do.
You
That's
do
what's
things for your
being-
kids that you would never believe you would do.
Does that be a horrible dad?
That's really what it means being a parent.
Yes. See?
Giving up your
I'd be the
You're
worst. I'd be the worst. My kid would be rebelling and hate me. I hate my father's guts. Why? He gave me a micro penis. That's why.
your
hate
dog
him.
would have a little chihuahua
He's
dick.
no good. Yes. All right. We're sort of on the same thing. All right. This is your choice. You'd have to have this the rest of your life. Would you rather have a 7-inch belly button that got erect when turned on, or a 7-inch tail that got erect when turned on? Belly button and or tail. Think about it. You can't have both. You got to
I'm
pick
hearing
one.
a lot of tail.
Who said tail?
We're
Jim,
in
tail?
a gay bar, so I'm pretty sure
I'm
we're
going
going to
tail.
hear a lot of tails.
Well, tail I could tape down.
Tail could be used for other things.
That's right. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I could use it.
Twofer.
Yeah.
There's my man
Right?
in the
So
corner
you
with
could,
a
you
twofer.
could do somebody in front of you and somebody behind you.
True. Wow.
You could really get the hips moving.
Now that's a threesome that I could get into.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Well, what about the belly button? You can use it too. It's 7
You
inches.
could use the belly
Be
button
the belly
too.
button guy. You'd be a porn star. It'd be huge. No one's doing that. You'd be the only one with a belly button. That can do
Yeah, but if
a
you
star.
got aroused, you can always tuck the tail
that. Can I give it to my son since I give him a microphone?
underneath. But the
Poor
belly
kid,
button,
I feel bad about this kid.
that's going to be, you're talking 7-inch belly button. That's going to
Yes.
be tough to explain.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
How do you hide it?
How do you hide it?
Like I'm wearing a shirt.
Yeah. No.
Like a little bulge right
I would have
be
to
like
hot,
flopping.
hot glue it down.
Well, you still be a little
Mod
bulge there.
Podge
Be
or
a little
something.
bulge right there. But my tail, well, but then again, you have to sit on your tail. Think about it.
I could
You guys
wear
are
my
forgetting it.
Pens jersey
It's
every
not comfortable
day.
to sit on the tail, I bet.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll go tail.
You going? I'm going tail.
Tail.
Yeah, I'm going tail. I think so. Because I can
Okay.
let it hang out behind the chair.
Yeah.
Here. How about you?
I'm going belly button because
Belly button all the way.
because I've never had a penis, and that's going to be the closest
Would be
thing
the
I'm ever going to
closest
get
thing.
to
Wow.
having a dick. Yeah, why not?
I think belly button. All right.
yeah,
It's
right. I mean, even just to I don't know, dress it up,
yeah.
shave a lightning bolt into it, or
Take your
something.
shirt
I
off.
don't know.
It would be cool. It'd be cool.
I'm
At the
thinking
beach, it'd be really interesting at the beach.
Yeah. I would I would get ripped. I would get a 6-pack, but I would keep the big, what is it, 7 inches? 7 inches. And I would
Yeah.
get this 6-pack and then 7-inch, I'm going to make it look like a dick. I'm going to shave the
Well, that's
pubes.
the idea.
Yeah.
Have it give it a look.
And
Don't
then-
forget to steam it.
And
And
steam.
steam it.
Yeah, the belly button steam. All right, let's do one more. Would you rather have to kiss the first person that you see when you walk out of your house every morning, or kiss the ass of your pet?
Oh, my God.
Think about it.
What if it's the same?
My mailman would be weird, but it was like, Jim, what are you doing kissing me again?
Phil,
You're
do you
the
have
first
any
person I've
pets?
seen, Bob.
Do you have a pet? Do you have a dog?
I currently, today, I do not know.
No
At the
pets.
moment, I do not.
I'd go pet, but you'd have to imagine you had one. You'd have to get one for it. Just for the thing. I'd have to kiss Larry's ass before having to kiss a person,
Oh, my God.
and that's my Chihuahua.
Larry shits like a bear. He's a chihuahua,
I'd
but
have
he
to-
shits like
he
a
does.
bear.
He does, but I have to do it. I can't do it. But you'd have to kiss the first person you see. It could be anyone.
I'm gonna
Right?
go. I'm gonna go. My pet.
Yes, it could be.
And most people have herpes, so I don't
could
want to
happen.
Right.
kiss a
So
stranger.
I would go pet because
Right.
I can control my pet's ass.
No,
Yes,
you
yes.
can't.
Yes,
Yes,
you
I
can.
can.
No,
Yes,
you
I can.
Yes, you can.
I
Are
would
you
get-
home all
That would be the
day?
clean.
That's
My
insane.
pet would have the cleanest ass on the planet.
I'd wipe-
If I knew that
Larry.
every morning I woke up
At night,
I
I'd
had
wipe
to, right kiss
You're
somebody
gonna
I didn't know.
vag steam your pet's ass
No, I just
every
gonna
who
wipe.
morning.
had the herpes or whatever else,
Okay.
right? Or
I get an ass wipe.
my pet's ass that
Yeah.
I can control and I can
Right.
clean.
He's saying
Pucker
that
up,
because
baby.
he doesn't have a pet.
Fuck her up, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm going pet's ass all the way. So I just clean it.
Okay, all right.
How
all
about
right.
you? What are you going to do?
You
What do
guys
say?
are going to hate me for this.
Go ahead.
I'm going to kiss the person I see every morning when I
First
leave the house.
outside the
first
house. This is
person.
outside the house.
Because I have a very, very regular schedule, okay? And the
So you
woman
walk
I
out your house, you don't know who's going to
Listen,
see.
I know who I'm going to see. I see the crazy yoga instructor that leaves at the same time of the morning that I do every morning. Her name's Tiffany, and she lives right across the street, and she's wearing really tight yoga pants. She's got a tight ponytail and a North Face jacket, and she's very cute, and I kind of want to kiss her anyway. So
What if you see Crazy Eddie walk by going, hey, the
I'll
crazy
close
guy.
my eyes.
It could happen. Crazy Eddie could be there. He's everywhere. You never know. All right, you're going
Yeah,
with that.
I'm
All
gonna
right, that's good.
I'm gonna kiss sexy Tiffany every morning
All right, with your nice belly button. That's nice.
with my hard belly button.
You just
yeah.
can't. All right. You know what? Let's go get a good ice. Let's get an ice VT. After we're done here.
VT, man.
It's getting warm.
VT
Hey,
on the rocks.
Well, hey, Phil, thank you so much
Hey,
for
hey,
being
hey,
here.
hey,
Oh,
hey,
wait,
whoa, whoa,
what?
whoa.
All right.
How much time have we got, Jake? We got a little bit of time?
A few minutes, okay.
For those of you who have been listening to the show for the last couple weeks, I don't know if y'all remember, but Jim is single now.
Mm-hmm.
After what,
24 years.
24 years,
Yes,
yeah.
separated for
So,
about 10 months now. Mm-hmm.
He's a big stupid dummy, and he doesn't know how the internet works. So I
Exactly.
signed him up for
Sereny
Tinder.
has me on Tinder. Uh-huh.
And I've been swiping. For
She represents.
weeks and weeks and weeks. And,
Give me
there's
dates,
been
Phil.
5s and 10s of women that I've had to filter out. And
You have one here tonight
I
for me?
I I do.
Oh my God. You're kidding? How nice. You brought
Her
here.
name's Tammy. Her parole officer gave her the night out.
Tammy.
She's here tonight,
Tammy,
everybody.
at the P-Town.
Tammy, are you here? Can we give it up
Tammy,
for Tammy?
come on up, Tammy.
Here she is,
Oh
Tammy.
my God. How are you, Tammy? Thank you for swiping right.
He swiped right on Tammy.
Wilmerding in the hat.
Tammy from
Burping you.
Wilmerding.
My kind of girl. Will you marry me?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna need this low rent Sally Wiggin to move over a seat. Thank
It's-
you. It's like Trailer Park Janelle Hall. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tammy.
Thank you, Dad.
This is great.
This is
great.
like meeting Jesus. I started. It's like this one time I was on the
It's gonna
laser
be big.
loop
Yes.
and I blacked out, and I came to and Donnie Iris was leading me and have it's like that, just like that.
Tammy, thank you. You're too sweet.
So I'm so nervous. I
We're
just
gonna
pissed
go-
myself a little straight up.
We're gonna go. We'll go to Kennywood for a first date.
Oh my God.
All right. Potato patch fries on me. What do you do for a living?
I'm a Boston Market general manager.
Nice. Very
Yes. I work with John Wayne Bobbitt. He's my assistant manager.
Yeah, that's where you
Yeah.
ended up. That's where you ended up.
Yeah. We don't let him alone with the Friars.
No,
No.
he's dangerous.
You said
Yeah,
last
get
name
out of it.
Bobbitt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bobbitt. It's the
Oh,
John
yeah?
Wayne Bobbitt.
The John Wayne
Yeah.
Bobbitt.
It's like a lot of crazy guys' names start with John Wayne.
How long have you been on Tinder?
Well, since I heard about your divorce.
Yeah.
I was
jumped
real
in there?
broken
You
up.
Jumped in there? No.
Yeah, so I've been following your career since you were in second grade.
So
And-
we're-
yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
where are we gonna go? We're gonna go out on a date, right?
Well,
Kenny, what
so-
are you thinking? What are you thinking?
We got you guys a night on the river on the Gateway Clipper,
Nice.
all
very
the way
roma-
down the
that's-
Mon and back.
That's as
And
romantic as it gets.
And I have a very
All right.
special treat for you. My favorite sandwich.
Yeah?
It's a tuna melt.
Just tuna melt,
It's
okay.
a tuna melt. So I'm known in my diner down in Wilmerding that I go to all the time. They say they're like, here comes Tuna Time Tammy.
I'm
It's
a
what
big
that-
Wilmerding fan.
That's what I'm known
All right,
for.
and we'll have
Yeah.
drinks here at the P-Town,
And
right?
afterwards, you can go on my south side.
Bill, huh? Did you
Damn.
ever think Tinder was this great? Thank you.
Yeah.
My girl. My girl. Hey, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't.
Oh,
Hey,
listen.
Thank you. Wait, we want to thank the P-Town Tavern for having us. Thank you very much. We appreciate. Special thanks. Somebody nice for Phil Bourque. Phil, you're the greatest. Love it.
Did you get the
Thank
shoe
you,
shine?
Sereny, Tammy, thank you. Let's go have a drink
Thank
here at
you.
the P-Towns. Jim Krenn, No Restrictions. Thank you, guys.
thanks, guys. Drinks on Jim.